guys, it's Eric here from Dose of ET. I got Tyler with me. Today we have the Nintendo Switch with us. So excited to have this be in one of our videos. So let's crack this thing open and see what we got inside. So opening the box here, first you get the display right here, which is in packaging. Then you get your two controllers right here. Here's your second one. Then underneath this comes all your accessories. Comes with a HDMI cable, your power brick, which you can plug into the monitor or the case that you'll plug into the TV. It is USB Type-C, so you won't be able to use micro or anything like that for this. So there's some directions here, don't really need any of that. So what I got here will be the dock that will hook up to your TV. Open all this up. So your dock right here, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but there's a little USB-C hub down there that you'll plug it into for it to connect. Then back here is where you'll store all your wires. You got your adapter here, so it has power, then your USB to basically charge up any external devices that you might have coming with this. Basically probably another controller that doesn't have the little joysticks like an actual controller. Then obviously your HDMI out, which you'll be plugging to your TV. But other than that, that's your docking switch. Right here is your little connectors for your joysticks when you're using them by yourself. Then the last thing we have here will be your controller. So you'll slide your little Nintendo Switch joysticks into this, then you can play it by using a handheld one instead of just using part of your hand. So I'll bring out the little joysticks. Basically, both joysticks are basically the same. You got two buttons on top right here. Then you got a button right here. Then you got your home button. Then you got your A, X, Y, B. Then your analog stick. Then your other controller here is basically the same thing. You got buttons up here. Then I believe that's another home button. Not 100% positive. And you got a minus button up here. Then you got your directional arrows, which are basically your still A, X, Y, and B. Then obviously your analog stick. You do have buttons up here, but I don't think you use these buttons when you use it this way. Only when it's docked onto the machine. But here, I'll open up the actual display. So basically, this is how big the screen is. It's not too big, but obviously it's not supposed to be. Yeah, it's probably about Kindle size, I would say, in comparison to like. But obviously your USB-C, that's where you'll plug it in. On the side here is where your joysticks will connect. Your joysticks only connect one way. You can't like swap them. Like I can't put this one obviously on the other side because it's rounded right here. But if you do go to the store and you buy extra ones, sometimes you can mix and match. Like I know if you get the neon color one, you can have them both blue, you can get both red because they switch them when you buy the extra two. But this one basically just comes with the all black. But you got your power button right here, you got your plus and minus volumes, then your fan for the console. Then this is where you're gonna put all your card in, all your game cards in, right in here. Then you got your headphone jack. Then the last thing that would be on here is your kickstand. Kickstand doesn't feel too sturdy. I mean, obviously it's gonna hold up the device, but honestly, like I can hit it and it feels like it might fall over if you hit it hard enough. It's kind of bouncing up and down, so I wouldn't recommend using the kickstand all the time, but it's there if you have it. And also, let me open this up again. If you have you want to put more memory on this device because it only comes with 32 gigabytes, you can put another micro SD card in here. I believe you can put it all the way up to 128. I don't know if it supports 256 yet. That's some research you have to do because I'm not really sure about that. But it will hold more memory. But there you go, guys. I'm going to turn off the camera here so I can set this thing up and I can show you guys what the home screen and all that stuff looks like and what you can do on it. But I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright guys, I'm back here. So basically this is what your home screen looks like. If I had a game in right now, it'll pop up right here. Then obviously the more games you have, the more it'll fill in these blocks. So basically down here you have your news. I'll bring it a little bit closer so you guys can see. You got your news, then you got your Nintendo eShop, where you'll buy like games and backgrounds and all that other good stuff that'll be in there. Then you got your albums, which are your pictures and all that good stuff. Then you got your controllers, and you got your system settings, and then you got your sleep mode. So basically, just go around this, open up some of it for you. So if you have your news, it'll give you up-to-date information about Nintendo Switch games, stuff like that. Then in your store, if you open this up, it'll bring up basically what's all going on in the Nintendo world. So if you had like the Wii U and all that stuff, you have to go through there and all that. Let me put my password in here real quick so I can show you guys what is going on here. So alright, so now it's loading up. So now basically it's going to bring up all the games and other accessory stuff that you can get on here that you can buy. So if you put your credit card in here, obviously you'll be able to buy whatever you want. So you have bestsellers coming, and I'm guessing this is redeeming a code that you get from like a store or whatever, so you have money already placed on here instead of putting your credit card on. But basically that's what the store is about. Then you got your albums, so this is where you're gonna store screenshots, take pictures, stuff like that. Also, this button right here is a screenshot. I didn't know that. I guess this is only technically a home button. So I'm guessing if you have this controller on this side, obviously you're probably player 1, and on this side you're probably player 2, I'm guessing. Then you got your controllers. So basically it's just going to tell you what the battery percentage of each controller is. So once you plug it in and it's charging and all that, and it's going to charge up everything. But obviously this is where you go to repair new whatever controllers on either side. Then you got your settings, everything you need to know, do in here to set it up. This thing does run off Wi-Fi. That's how I connect to the store, so you have to set it up with your Wi-Fi. Then you got your sleep mode, which basically if you shut it off, yeah, nothing too special about the sleep mode, just besides saving battery. So to take the controllers off once they're already put on, like you just slide them on, but there's little buttons on either side up here in the corner. So all you have to do is hit the button. And I usually hold it in just to make sure that they come off. But you just grab the buttons and you just slide it right back up, and it comes right out. So since I just have the controllers off right now, I can use them separate. You can use either controller, whatever. So as you can see, I can hit and move and all that. I don't have to have a certain one. Both of them work the same way. So besides this one will actually click. If you have these buttons, it'll actually click the thing. But I'll show you what it looks like inside the dock. So right now it's sitting inside. You can see it is sticking up a little bit. There is, like on the sides it's completely flush, but obviously up top it's sticking up. So that's what it looks like inside the thing. It's not very big at all. Like compared to my hand, I don't have really big hands, but the dock is basically the size of my hand. So if you were to line up those Switch controllers, the dock is smaller than both those Switch controllers lined up next to each other. But to slide them on to the actual controller, you just slide them on here. They click in. And then you gotta make sure you get the green light so it knows what it's doing, and that it's working. So if I was to put the kickstand out, and let it sit up right there, so I can control everything with the controllers. It just makes handling just a little bit easier. It does feel kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie, but it just makes it a little bit easier than just holding it in one hand. But it does feel comfortable holding it in one hand, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that feeling a little bit, but this controller size does feel weird. Like, the hands do place okay. The things aren't really that big. Like, it's not using like a PlayStation 4 or Xbox controller, but it does feel good in the hand. Battery life on this thing, from what I've read and what I've been told, you're getting about 3-ish hours depending on the game. From what I was told, Zelda the Breath of the Wild is basically the game that'll kill this thing like a rock. So basically in 3 hours it's basically gonna die. I believe they're coming out with a battery pack thing for this. I believe it's not out yet, but they're working on it and it's gonna come out in a couple months. Not 100% positive about that, but I know it's in works because I've seen pictures and stuff of it. But other than that, there's not really much else I can say. Tyler, you have any suggestions, concerns, compliments, anything like that?
Well, let's just say I really like it because I grew up playing my parents' Nintendo Switch and Mario and Legend of Zelda and all that stuff, all those fun games and Donkey Kong. And I like how Nintendo and all them came up with this, and you can do it portably or plug it into your TV with HDMI on it, and it has like most updated games and best like graphics and everything. And this whole remote accessories and stuff like that, I think it's really neat. But yeah, I'd highly recommend it if you're like a big Nintendo player. Yeah.
There you go, guys. There's our review of Nintendo Switch. If you want to see us play a game, I believe I have Zelda coming here soon. So if you guys want to see me play Zelda, and I believe we have 1-2 Switch too. So if you guys want to see me play either one of those games, just let me know and I'll do a video gameplay of it, and I'll let you guys know how it really is. But I also might upload another video of me playing, or Tyler playing, or someone playing while I videotape them, so they can tell you what it's like. Obviously, I'll tell you how it's like because I'll play it a little bit. But other than that, there you go. There you go, guys. Please like and subscribe, and leave anything down in the comments that you want to know more about or anything like that. Thanks.